Hi everybody, so today I wanted to do a video about my experience with high school sports, and I got a lot of comments on my video about advice for high school, about just high school sports and everything and how you balance it, and just everyone knows that I actually quit cheerleading. It's not necessarily that I quit cheerleading, so I'll basically explain that and then just give my advice for people who are struggling in sports and everything. And so basically I did cheerleading from 7th grade to about junior year of high school, and I was on varsity and I did competitive cheerleading outside for a lot of you know Ultimate Athletics, and I did one of their programs and I was on level 4 and 5, and so I wasn't bad at cheerleading or anything. I didn't quit because I was bad at it. A lot of people ask like what I could do and stuff. I could do standing back, toe touch back, round off flip flop full, all that jazz. I was just pretty average at cheerleading, and so I'm naturally just like really good at dancing and all that stuff. So I loved cheerleading, and it was with my friends, and it was so fun. It just towards junior and senior year, I just got very I don't know, I just got very depressed, and I didn't enjoy it as much as I used to. I hated going to practice. There was a lot going on within the program at my school. I didn't get along with a lot of the girls. I had my best friends there most of the time, but then there was always older girls that I didn't get along with, and I didn't get along with the coaches because I was a goof. I goofed off so much at cheerleading. Me and my friend were like literally just made our team like die laughing all the time. So once that kind of all got set aside, we were on the road to winning state, so it kind of was like crunch time and everything, and we were really good. So I just think that I wasn't as emotionally invested into it as a lot of other girls, and I didn't enjoy it, and it just really made me depressed. I struggled with depression a lot throughout high school, and I just knew that it was something in my life that I needed to get rid of in order to get better. And so I don't recommend quitting a sport just because it's hard or just because you don't like it. I didn't quit cheerleading just because I didn't like want to work at it or anything. It's just it emotionally and mentally I couldn't take it anymore. Just the amount of stress and anxiety and just like sadness it put on me, I just actually couldn't do it. And so I actually quit one year and then missed it a lot, and I really missed it, and I missed all my friends. So I went back, and then the next year I tried out again, and I went back, and I ended up quitting again even earlier that year. I hated it. I was miserable. I would talk about how much I hated it. I was underappreciated. I would get like a tumbling pass, and I wouldn't get any like, woo, good job, you got it. Like, I just felt like I just didn't really fit in, and I just felt like all throughout high school I was trying so hard to be someone I wasn't, and I just didn't want to be that girl anymore. I did like cheerleading and everything. It just wasn't something that was me. So that's when I decided to take my emotional and mental state first, and I put that before everything else, and I just decided to do my own thing, and that's when I started YouTube and everything. So I didn't quit cheerleading because I couldn't keep up, or it was hard, or I just didn't feel like it. I would rather go home and watch TV. That is not why I quit cheerleading. I do not recommend quitting a high school sport because of that, or because you feel like you're missing out on something. I wish so much that when I was younger that I would have kept and stayed in dance classes or stayed in gymnastics classes. I quit things so easily when I was younger. When like the going got tough, I just quit. And I was so lucky to have parents that support my decision no matter what. And some people don't have that, and some people get forced to do things. And it's one thing when you're getting forced to do something. It's just, I don't recommend quitting something just because it's hard. Like, I was really good at cheerleading. Sometimes I wish that I stuck with it because I was so good at it. I feel like I could have gotten even better, and I could have even done it in college or something, which I never would want to do. But I just feel like people always ask me, like, I don't know if I should quit or not. And my biggest advice is just to stick through it. It looks really great for college applications if you have 4-year sport on your resume. And I just think that if you really have a problem with it, you can quit, and you have something else to do with your life, then you can quit. But I don't recommend quitting to people who just don't feel like doing it or just want to give up. It definitely, I mean, people have told me like, oh, I didn't have the balls to quit my sport until I watched your videos. Like, I don't want to be convincing people to quit their sports. I want people to realize what I was going through, and I didn't even quit the second time. My parents pulled me off the team the second time because they just saw how depressed I was and how I was crying myself to sleep every night and how I was just a completely different person. They pulled me off that team. I didn't just quit because I was a brat. I didn't just quit because I wanted to. I got pulled off the team. And so I just feel like if you're thinking about quitting your sport, my advice to you is to just think things through. Think, are you really good at this sport? Do you really love this sport? Are you going to miss it? Is this good for college? Is this what you really want? Like, you just need to put things in perspective about how this affects your life in the long run. And I don't want to be telling people to just quit because they don't like it. And the other thing is, like, if you really want to quit and you have the same problems I do and you want to take your life in a different direction like I did, then go for it. I'm not saying don't quit and saying do something you're miserable at. I'm just saying you need to realize if you're really, really miserable and you want to do something else, or if you're just kind of, you don't like it, you'd rather go home and watch TV, completely different things. So I just recommend to you to figure out what you're doing, because high school goes by so fast. So you definitely want to be with people and surround yourself with people who make you happy and do a sport that makes you happy and that you're going to look back on and just be like, oh my God, that was the time of my life. So that is my advice for high school sports, and I hope it helps a little bit. High school sports are really, really hard. You're going to have to balance your homework and everything a lot, but it's totally worth it if you love the sport and you're with your friends. So I definitely recommend getting involved in high school sports and activities, but I'd also recommend doing the ones you love and the ones that make you happy, and not just doing something because you feel like you have to, or doing something to feel like you fit in. So that is my high school sport advice, and leave any more advice questions in the comments and I will gladly make videos about them. So bye everyone!